Good morning. Welcome to Mighty Ox Trading. Thursday morning. Ready to slay them futures markets. Hope everyone had a good evening. If you were here with me last night, you'll know that I ended the evening up, I think it was 117. Yeah, there you go, $117. We'll try to build on that this morning. Let's look at the overnight markets. See how things did. Here's NASDAQ and ES. It looks like a tight range, doesn't it? But that's 140 points, which is not that tight, really. But you can see it did kind of, you know, it's actually moving down now. It's actually just made it 160 points. So it's heading down now, making new lows of the day. The S&P had a range of about 44 points. It's also heading down, but its low of the day came right after the open. Copper's range. Well, let's check the signal on gold before we go continue talking about ranges. Yeah. Gold's looking kind of weird. We'll look at that more later. Copper had a range of about 100 ticks. You can see it actually is it hit its top at least twice here, and it's out right in the middle of the range. It's been flat for the past 4 hours or so. Gold came down harsh about 4 hours ago. It's been bouncing back up since. Got a range there of about 22 points. No, that's not right. 87, 18 points. There we go. UltraBond. UltraBond has a range of about a little less than 2 points actually. Crude oil coming down. Its low point, I might have that low point wrong. Let's look. Nope. Low point was here a couple hours after the open. It's trying to come back down to it. About a 2 point range. And natural gas. Big move down, bounced, gained it all back. Recent, by recent I mean about 2 hours, high, and it's pulled back since. Very choppy. I shouldn't say choppy, very, just actually kind of good moves. Down, up, down. Range was a little over 2 points. Well, not 2 points, but 220 ticks. Russell, about 37 points overnight. Excuse me. And soybeans, I have them on a Renko. They've been heading upwards. Corn's been heading upwards. And of course, we watch Tesla. Give us any indication what the indices might do. It's been kind of choppy. What did I knock down there? UltraBond. Heading up. Not a lot of volume here, it looks like. You see this drop here, the Nasdaq is continuing to go down. Since this short signal, which came right after I woke up and wasn't yet staring at the charts, it's dropped 60 points, 70 points. It's a pretty big drop. ES, short signal just about the same spot, and it's dropped early morning math, about 12 points. So you see crude, Russell, S&P, natural gas, Nasdaq, all heading down. Copper, treasury bonds, and gold trying to grind up. Copper with a big move up here. You look at this copper chart, and it looks ugly overnight. You know, look at if you. This would have been really hard to play. Usually overnight you get more trending moves. Let's get rid of some of these resistance and support lines that are making the chart even uglier, and we'll redraw some here in a minute. You can see it's basically been in this range. Let's make it even smaller. This is the range it's basically been in since looking at about 4 hours now. No, yeah, 4. It's up, down, no real. It's just ugly looking. I mean, theoretically, like that, this signal would have worked, but this is the last great signal it gave us way back here. You can see it boomed up here with the European Open. I gave the 20 ticks I look for. Coming back down, I would not have taken that trade into the downward trending bands, although it might have worked, but we could play with it, but I still would not have taken it, so I wouldn't have counted. Nah, that would have stopped me out. Actually giving us a, oh, so here it came up. Now, this was a good signal. I would have been hesitant because of coming up into the downward trending bands, but I think it would have given us our 20 ticks. Let's look. Oh, maybe not. Boom, 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 boom. But would give us 19. That would have been close enough to get me a get my trailing stop to move about halfway. Big pullback here though now. So, I'm not sure if this is indicative that this is going to be a hard morning to trade. We do see this bleed out on the NASDAQ. I don't know where I want to get in if I would want to try and jump on this. It's FOMO jumping, but I don't know. See, continuing to come down, even on the 5 minute, it already gave us our short signal a while back. About the same time it gave us in the 1 minute. Renko charts look really nice. Making a new daily low here, down to 808 now. Let's see, I think we might be below yesterday now, yes. So it's trying to break this low from yesterday, which was here at 825. Let's see if that's, yeah. We now have not been this low for a while. Let's go look at the daily chart. Last time we were here was the 1st of November. That was when we're in this long uptrend where we only had 2 red days out of like 3 weeks or longer. Now we're actually broke into the on the daily chart here into the second deviation Bollinger Band, and it's pushing downwards. You can see it's been a while since the Bollinger Bands has headed down, since back here in September. So our next support level really is at 15,768 from November 1st. And it's not that far away. About 37 points. So we'll keep an eye and see how far this goes down. Usually things go down like this, you get a morning bounce at the open or around there. But right now it's looking pretty strong in a downward direction. Copper gave me a signal again. Copper gave me a short signal, but it's bouncing on an uptrending SMA line. So, don't want to take that right now. Hey, good morning, Jay. How are you? Or good afternoon, Jay. I forget, you're 8 hours ahead of me. If only that worked where you could tell me the future. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Just waiting for Bezos to like invent a time machine so I can buy one off Amazon. Oh, while we're slow here, maybe I should bring up an economic calendar and see what surprises might be in store for us today. let's see. Today's Wednesday, right? No, today's Thursday. I'm losing days. Initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims come out at 8:30. Tomorrow is a big non-farms payroll day. Unemployment rate. So tomorrow will be fun. Yeah, jobless claims reports, the big one that comes out in about 42 minutes. Also have you have the 4-week and 8-week bill auctions on the bonds. That can sometimes send the UltraBond going wacky, weird, and crazy. But other than that, that's about it today. But tomorrow, non-farms payroll can send the indices absolutely rocking. If if suddenly that comes out that that's off, that could send the market going further down, or it could start the recovery from this big dip. Natural gas, big move up, 13 ticks, coming up in the downward trending bands. But a good scalp off that buy signal that occurred while I was looking at that calendar. We see the indices are trying to pop back up, pulling back to the SMA line. See if it breaks. It might be the bottom for now. Copper's continuing to move downish. Downish. Yeah, it made a lot of sense. Looking for a couple good trades. $117 from last night. If I stopped here and didn't make any trades, it'd be 4 green days in a row. But that would A, make for a very boring stream, and B, wouldn't make. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to make just jump into trades for no reason, but there's going to be opportunity here somewhere, and we'll try to grab it. So here's our bounce. Both the ES and the Russell. Oh wow, that would have been an awesome signal there on natural gas, and I mean, downward trending SMA line, downward trending bands, but it just went skyrocketed. Wow, look at that. 31 ticks on that candle, 27 on that one. That's over 70 ticks in the last 3 minutes. So I wonder what woke up natural gas. See here, natural gas went from about mid-range and now it's closing in on its high of the day. So that's a pretty significant move. Still have not taken a natural gas trade on the actual Gauntlet account. Back to the indices, you see It was flirting with a buy signal on both the ES and the S&P, but then bounced back down for a bit. SMA line just trying to straighten out. Still have downward trending bands slightly, but it has room to move up before getting to the bands. Crude oil also sending us a buy signal now. Wow, that one, I hate that I missed that gas trade. 8 minutes to the top of the hour. ES. Again, it's just sitting right there at that. There we go. And Q also giving us a signal, is it? Everything's signaling me now. Yeah, and Q's giving us a buy signal as well. Has broken through the SMA line. Bands are already starting to kind of expand. So let's find ourselves a micro chart. We're in on this with a micro, I think. Oh, why did it change my? I only wanted one micro and it gave me two. How nice. Oh no, wait. I didn't get. I did use the limit order. It didn't fill me, and it's going without me. That's why I don't like limit orders. Cancel it. So, had I not used the limit order, I'd already be up 4 points. Yeah, you can drag it up, and I have done that, but and it's already going up a few points. At that point, I don't know. I probably could still gotten in. I try to stick to the those entry points close. It's probably stupid because 1 minute shouldn't matter at all. Like that candle started at 840, 15 840. It's up to 1846. It'll only been 2 point difference. I should have still gotten in. It was stupid. This will probably go up 150 points now, straight up, and yep, there it goes. Not 150, but it's up. It's up now, 10 points. And there'll be another trade. UltraBond, gold, both at the same time. Big pullbacks here. Gold, 14 ticks on that last candle. UltraBond, 6 ticks on this candle. Down through an uptrending SMA line. Bands are tightening. Bells are ringing. Welcome to those joining me here as we approach the 8 o'clock hour. As always, please feel free to say hello in the chat. Let me know what you're doing this morning. If you're trading live, if you're trading Gauntlet, if you're trading Sim, if you're just watching, if you just found my channel by accident and you're ready to click away. As we can watch this NASDAQ trade that I should have stayed in or should have gotten in, continuing to move up here. But it's already up about 25 points. Someone needs to smack me on that one. Looking at our Renkos. Still experimenting with the Renkos. Well, actually, I haven't even taken any trades off of them. I want to do that one day. Is just try and follow the Renko signals. We did get a buy signal on the Renko here at 652, which would have been a good entry. I think it was the same entry as the other one. It did, I could have waited for it to break the SMA here. Jumped in here. We'll already be up 20 points there. This looks so smooth, and I feel like there's potential here. But I need like a week to be able to just practice on the sim on it, and I don't feel like I have the time to do that. You can see here, excuse me, jumping in on this buy signal here, this uptrend here lasted, about an hour, and would have gotten 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50 points. Been excellent. You can see almost all the signals work. Heck, if you just wanted to go for 5 points, they almost all work. But these wicks are scary. Somewhat, not horrible. I don't know. I'm here talking to myself, basically. I need like a small team of testers that are willing to do sim trading to test out different strategies. Anyway, that's me thinking out loud. Crude oil. Oh, big move down on here on copper here at the top of the hour. It bopped again, that support area I drew out here. Staying in that range. Immediately popping back up. Crude heading back down now after that. Sorry, natural gas heading back down now after that nice move up. Russell would have also been a good signal to take here. S&P would have been a good signal to take. Basically, I just blew my chance there of a good trade. But there'll be more. And if there isn't, well, that would kind of suck. Since that move up a little bit sideways now, the last 5 minutes or so, we shall see. Ooh, crude's here, popping up into the third Bollinger Band. Give that a watch here. Oh, big. Okay. That's the one thing about the 1 minute chart is you just don't really have time to react sometimes. But this is pulling back. I need to have a screen with all my charts so I can just grab them instead of going to search for them. Or I really need Earn a Trade to partner up with TradingView and allow me to trade off TradingView. Right now this is looking bouncy anyway. UltraBond. Trying to push back up. You see, we got this short signal here, which would have given us all 3 ticks. Now it's bounced back, trying to bounce back up, kind of sideways. Not exciting right now. Copper trying to head back up. Still in this range I drew out earlier. It's kind of bouncing off the edges. Hard to play. Nasdaq's continuing to push up. Trying to regain its overall losses this morning. You can see it's been coming down since about 4:30 Eastern. That's where it hit its high of the session. About 992 or 990. Came all the way down to 801. So 189-point drop in a matter of 3 hours, basically. It was pretty, that's pretty significant. That's $3,800 a contract. Now it's bouncing, trying to make its way back up. These really are big moves. I mean, each one of these candles is 20 points, 17 points. It's not playing around, and that's what makes it a little risky to play because you need wide stops. If I had gotten in here off this short signal, it reversed by 13 points before going my direction. Normally I'm running a 10-point stop loss, so it would have stopped me out, even and then went from this signal. It would have went down 76 points, but it would have stopped me out if I was using a 10-point stop loss. So at this point, I really, I need to be in the mode where I'm running at least a 20-point stop, which, if you're using a regular size mini contract, 20 points is $400. So you got to know if that's what you want to risk. That's why I'm sticking kind of with micros, so it's less of a risk. But we definitely are seeing big moves on the indices. Okay. Jay, long moves. Where would you have gotten in? Like, if you had been trading overnight, what would have been your entry point to look for a long move And what kind of stop do you want to run on a long move? Now, see, this would have been a great buy signal. I could have jumped in here and been up 13 points so far. But I had a downtrending SMA line. Gutting in here would have been against my normal trading plan. Now, should I be adjusting my trading plan for this higher volatility? Maybe. But you can see here, this buy signal worked. See, this one didn't. This one failed. And this was with a even lesser downtrending SMA line. It was almost flat. But it failed, came down, continued to come down. This buy signal failed. This one, 63. That one worked. So the last two buy signals failed, but this one's working. Jay, it's really early in the morning, and you're gonna make me do time math. 11:45 UC6. Wait, is that my time? No, wait. Oh, last night, huh? Let me look. Nah, maybe not. There? Would you have gone long or short there? Long, I assume? Should I be okay? No, this is a 5 minute chart. So, scrunch. I love the technical term there. And by scrunch, I assume you mean, wait, you want it bigger? There? Is that what you want it? Or did you want it smaller? There you go. That's okay. These time differences are all weird. I think everyone should be in my time zone, and if you happen to have, noon in the middle of the night, that's everyone else's fault. No. 11:45 a.m. Oh, so yesterday, not overnight. So around here, on my chart, I got a short signal at 11 a.m. my time, so 12, so noon Eastern, or 10:55 actually. So yeah, okay. Is there something about that signal right there that made you think it was going to go for a bigger move than, say, compared to this, this short signal back here? Or, you know, oops, I just knocked down something. UBHG, let's check them out. Big move down here on the UB. Oh, well, copper finally broke its range, but came back in. You can see here, copper made a big move down. Good morning, Walt. How are you this morning? Out of this range, now it's popping back up, bouncing off that What was support is now resistance. I haven't made any trades yet this morning, Walt. So still up to $117 from last night. Missed an opportunity on the NQ. A limit order didn't get filled, and then I just canceled the order, and I should have just moved up the limit order to get filled, and I didn't. Gold pulling back. $22 tick move here on gold. That's 5. So Jay, how far back would you keep your trailing stop in on that move? See the NQ on this move that I missed. Pulling back now that it's SMA. See if it bounces off. Gold continuing to drop down. 15 minutes until jobless claims. Then tomorrow we have non-farm payrolls. Tomorrow could be some exciting moves. Yeah, like I said, I've only been up an hour. Give my mouth some time to wake up. Buy signal here on copper, back in that range that it tried to break out of. There's been no follow through so far this morning on copper. Walt, have you started trading yet, or do you wait until closer to the New York bell? Crude making some big candles here. 13 ticks, 15, 15, 27, 20. The signal on the bonds so far was a dud. And honestly, I hate taking signals that are on a pretty much a sideways. Everything's going horizontal because they often end up hanging, like just like this one did. Hang and pull back. But see, I mean, this one was similar, and this one ended up working. So sometimes, I mean, this one didn't work. But this was also coming into the upward trending bands. This one worked. This one so far hasn't pulled back. 4 ticks. Trying to bounce now. We could get in if it comes back down and breaks the entry here. us a signal. Gold trying to bounce back up. NQ pulling back below the SMA line. Gold giving us a buy signal, NQ giving us a short signal. Not sure which one I like. I don't know. I don't think I like gold. I think it's gonna hang there. I don't know. Let's see if they both make me wish I didn't hesitate. So far, gold's up 3 ticks off that signal. Nasdaq's down. Oh yeah, Nasdaq's the one that's gonna make me regret my hesitation. They both are. No, maybe not. I hate moves that are like this, where they just break the SMA and the bands are just now moving, or they're still against an SMA line. I like it when they're already like right here. This buy signal is perfect. You already had uptrending everything. I really like that. That's a high chance move. And I'm much more comfortable taking those signals, which obviously would have worked, versus this signal here. Now this came down eight and a quarter points, but I'm expecting a bounce. Now gold did exactly what I thought it was going to do. It came up a bit above the SMA, is now bouncing down. So my feeling on this was right. Not I was, you know, kind of feeling a little bit of I want to take a trade here, but decided not to. And so far, that was a good decision. It's pulled back by almost 10 ticks. NQ is kind of back and forth now. 9 minutes away from the jobless claims report. We'll see if that causes any disturbance in the force. Russell giving me a short signal. Uptrending bands, uptrending SMA line. Also wait on it. I need more caffeine. Shall we all sing Christmas carols while we wait? Natural gas coming back down, wanting to continue a down move here. Let's look at it the five. Oh, wow. Look at how the 5 minute looks so much more ugly than the 1 minute does. That was that big move up, big move down. Crude actually made a new low of the day here a few minutes ago. UltraBond made a new high of the day a few minutes ago. Gold's about the middle of its range. Platinum making some interesting moves. I haven't traded platinum, but for some reason still a chart. Copper still in the middle of its range. Um, see NQ pulling back down. S&P about the middle of its range. Russell, stop me if you heard this before, about the middle of its range. Beautiful move on the Renko here on the Russell. You can see here, this is why I mean, I needed time to test this. You can see all these look very nice. Each one of these will be 1 point, which is $50. So 50, 100, 200, 250. Obviously, you don't know it's going to be the bottom. So it's, if you're running a trailing or whatever. But it just looks so much cleaner. I just got to figure out if there's some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? There's some sort of disadvantage to this that doesn't appear until you actually try to trade it. Gold. There's gold. Gold. Oh, big move down here on gold. Uh, chart. We're gonna. We're in on gold. Ooh, immediately pull back as soon as I got in on gold. Ouch. So I'm about to give away my profit for the day. I think. No, maybe not. There it goes back my way. There we go. There we go. Now you can see my chart. Down 3 ticks right now. There we go. Let's see here. Do we have resistance at all? Not too much. We're up 8 ticks. Oh, pull back. 2 ticks. Ten ticks. There we go. My trailing stop has moved to 4 ticks in the profit. We're up 13 ticks total. Oh, big pullback. We're up 10 ticks. Should be guaranteed. Pulling back. Guaranteed at least 4 ticks on this. Struggling right at this area. 11 ticks. Sitting here. There we go. It's trailing. Okay. Knocked me out there on the trailing stop. Big move down and then came back. Let's see what we got out of that. Boom. Looks like we got 160 bucks out of it, I believe. Wait, what? Did I trade the wrong thing? That was gold, right? Why is it showing me? Excuse me, one second. Oh, that's orders, executions. There we go. That made more sense. Execution, we got in 1777.1, added 75.6. So it's 15 ticks, I think. 4, what's 11? Yeah, 15 ticks. Last trade lasted 4 minutes and 52 seconds. So $150 in 4 minutes and 52 seconds. Now puts me up at $267 on the day. And by allowing it to my trailing stop to take it out, it looks like it was a good decision. You can see it's a green candle here. Now it might just be a pullback. I might continue to go, but I'm very happy with getting a $150 profit there. Continue to move up. We're moving on up. That was where getting in late actually helped me. I had my stop set at 10 ticks. If I had gotten in right on this candle, it reversed by 14 ticks. So by getting in late, it actually caused me not to get stopped out versus getting stopped out. So it actually, jumping in late there actually helped me miss some of that pullback. Now copper made an interesting move. See, we got this buy signal. I believe I was talking about not wanting to take it because there's a downtrending SMA line, and I was right. It pulled back, then it came back up, broke the SMA line again, where it's more horizontal. Actually, it pulled back twice. But this would have been if I would have got in here after this, you know, first break above the SMA. It would have went to yeah, would have went for a my 20 ticks. Now, if I had waited for the second pullback, because honestly, we still had downtrending Bollinger Bands. If I had waited for the second pullback and got in here, wouldn't have given me the same amount yet, but it would have given me, it looks like 13 or 14 ticks. That's one I'm really a pattern I've really started noticing is that this buy signal on a downtrend, wait on it, pulls back, then comes back above, and we usually end up going that direction. Doesn't work all the time, but it works a lot. Nasdaq, while we were playing with, oh yeah, so while we were playing with gold there, I forgot the jobless claims came out. Doesn't seem like it moved the market much. Nothing out of the ordinary compared to what it was doing. Crude's coming down. Might be looking like it wants to downtrend. After a nice win like I just had, I need to I have some adrenaline going, so I always need to calm myself down so I don't jump into something stupid afterwards. So, good morning so far. 1 for 1. Though I had missed some opportunities that I should have taken. Last two, well, these two signals on NASDAQ would have been excellent. This one is trying as well, but it's so far hasn't gone much. Remember, we talked about this UltraBond back before that trade I took. How I would not have liked it because it was kind of hanging here, and I was right. It reversed. It reversed by like 10 ticks. That's come down. Now it has broken this line I drew, but again, it's kind of just kind of sideways. So let it find its direction. Sorry, didn't mean to hit the mic. So gold, this was the trade we were in, obviously. This is the pullback that knocked us out. It's trying to come back down, but still not sure. Where did it knock us out? Knocked us out at 75.6. It has gone back down below. So, I mean, I could have stayed in that trade and tried to get more out of it. NQ. Hold on. What's NQ doing before I jump the gun here? NQ's bounced off the SMA line, trying to come back down. Want to see it get back below this low here that it made a couple minutes ago at 18.25. It's at 23 now. It's trying. All right, and gold popping back up. So we did good getting out where we did. Gold now giving us a buy signal. Above the SMA line. We got downtrending bands. Strong move back up here. It's recovered 3 points. Nasdaq is moving down. It's gonna once again. I bet you it's going to spank me for not taking that signal. You can actually look here. This is why I say I just need to take more trades. If we look at the last, let's say, let's quickly chart this out. We have a little time. This chart's actually kind of ugly because of all these support and resistance lines. I hate a messy chart, but sometimes you just got to deal with it. Let's go all the way back here. I'm looking for 15 points normally. Now this one would have knocked. Well, maybe it would have. Let's go for 10 points. Yeah, it would not have. So this one would have been good for 15. Would have been good for more. This one, this one would have definitely worked. Boom. Ignore that natural gas for now. Clone. This one would have worked. Clone. This one would have worked. Look at this. Long position. This one I definitely would not have taken, but we'll still test it. That would have not. That would have stopped us out. So I was right. Now, if I run just a slightly wider stop loss, it wouldn't have. What did I knock down? Don't want to ignore signals here. Copper. What's copper doing? Copper coming down. Okay. So, make that smaller. So the this buy signal would not have worked. But I can honestly say there's no reason I would not, except for the recently downtrending bands, there would be no reason I would not have taken that. So we'll mark that as a loss. Wouldn't have taken this one, but it would have worked. Just barely, but it would have worked. I mean, not just barely, but it would have came close to stopping me out. But it didn't, or wouldn't have. It's not like I've taken all these, unfortunately. I wish I had, but I wasn't even awake for most of these. So, and of course, this one would have worked. And that would have been a huge move to take if you just stayed in. This buy signal would not have worked. Would I have taken it? Probably, honestly. I can't say I wouldn't have. Got to remember, it's a lot easier to make decisions when you're looking back at it versus, as you're going live and you need to make a quick decision. So I always try to assume the worst when I chart out what ifs. So yeah, and of course this beautiful move down here, which would have went all that way. That would have been an awesome move to just kind of stay in. But again, just looking for 15. And obviously I blew not taking that trade back here that started all this talk about whether I should be taking more trades. The answer is yes, I should be taking more trades. Because you're going to see what this would have been overnight. And you're going to see why I get upset with myself. I believe, yeah, we're now at new lows of the day, I believe. I got to look here in a minute after I do this experiment. Not going to draw this one out. I definitely would not have taken that one, but we'll count it. So 1 win, 1 loss, 2 wins, 3 wins, 4 wins, 2 losses, 5 wins, 6 wins, 3 losses. I count that one. 7 wins, 8 wins, 4 losses, 9 wins, 10 wins. So since the European Open, 10 wins, 4 losses. I could go back further. This one would have worked. This one would have worked. This one would have worked. So, just those 14 trades. If I would have taken all 14 of those trades, if I'd stayed up all night, just focused on NASDAQ, 10 wins at 15, just 15 points. And you can see these could have went further where the trailing stops on. So that's 150 points minus a 10 point stop loss. So 110 points. Over $2,000 just taking one contract on all these signals. Ain't that something? Now, and that's in the last so less than 6 hours. So let's say you're running 3 contracts. That's nothing extraordinary. 3 contracts is the maximum allowed to trade right now. 3 contracts would have been 110 points times 3. That's 330. That's it's like $6,600. Just going for 15 points and just not even letting it trail. That's why I need to be taking more trades. Meanwhile, what are all the signals that I've just been ignoring while ranting at myself? Just natural gas. Okay. See this buy signal on gold though, because downtrending bands, it did not go anywhere. I mean, it went up a few ticks and then pulled back. Crude, this short signal would have been good. Though the pullback would have been a little bit scary. Well, maybe it wouldn't have been as good as I thought. I've been looking for 30 ticks this time of day, and I don't think it's given us that. No, it hasn't. It's heading that way, but right now it'll be up 15 ticks. So be halfway to our goal. Be running a 20 tick stop. Gold. Gold's been in attention how today. Natural gas definitely heading south. Gold giving us a short signal here as well. We want to see it get below this level of that previous low that we caught. You see NQ has made a new low of the day. And we did draw out, didn't we? I guess I didn't draw that resistance out. Or support, I should say. I think we said 768. So, bouncing a little here. S&P trying to get back down to its low of the day. UltraBond. Big move up here. This is the bond chart over the last little bit. You see, we've had, I'm not a trend line guy, but we've had this series of lower highs, basically. We'll see if it continues to move up here now. And then I'm going to keep that, trash that. We'll just draw out support resistance like I normally do. Here's the extent of that last move, and then this move. Those are next two resistance points. It's 4 ticks away from the first one, and then 9 from the second one. These were high. This was the high of the day here at 2029. So it's about 10 ticks away from there. That short signal gold so far hasn't gone anywhere. Nasdaq consolidating here toward the bottom. Up that quickly, the UltraBond, that would have been an excellent buy signal. That quickly, it broke through that first resistance. Up 4 ticks so far. So they get up just 1 tick above that resistance and then came back down. See if it pumps back up or not. Seems to be struggling in that area. Now, one way you can adjust trading instead of looking for a specific amount of ticks off of a, something like that, and bond's now giving us the opposite signal. Still within this range I drew out earlier, but knowing that there was resistance here, could have got in on this and just shot for like 3 ticks. I mean, it went up total of three, four or 5 ticks before reversing. You see, it also hit the top band. So there was multiple reasons for it to reverse there. But you could have got in for a quick scalp. 3 ticks on the UltraBond is $93. So it's nothing to sneeze at. You can see here, this is basically the range that it's in now. Move this up here. You can see it's topped out twice at that same error, that same exact same number. So before getting in for, looking for a big number of ticks, you want a candle to close either above or below these support resistance areas. Otherwise, you just go for scalps for now. You can see that overnight, buy signals would have been good all night. I should say this is all since this morning, actually. This would have worked. That would have worked. Although that would have been basically the same level. So been heading on up. We're about 35 minutes from the bell. Nasdaq's giving us a buy signal coming up into downward trending bands. We'll see whether or not this is another buy signal I should have taken. Excuse me while there's nothing much going on. I'm going to get myself some breakfast. So you can hear me be quiet for a couple minutes. Okay. Nice big bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So, I'm gonna be quiet except for if something exciting happens. Let's see what this Nasdaq move was so far. See if it's gonna make me regret not taking it. 829 up to 839, already 10 points. Yep, big move up on copper here. 13 ticks. Big move down on copper here at the top of the hour. Nasdaq's trying to curl up. Morning, John. 45.14, huh? You long or short on that trade, John? Ooh, big move down here on crude. Wow, wow. Crude dropped 78 ticks and down 150 ticks in 3 minutes. What just happened on crude? Still chewing some cereal here, so I'm going to be in and out. Oh, buy signal on the S&P. Uh, Interesting big move up here. Oh, yep. So I made a mistake not jumping in on that buy signal. NQ up 22 points on that last candle. ES, ouch. Um, Maybe it's coming back down. Looks like we're bouncing back down the ES there, um, John. But I wonder what the heck just happened on crude. Seriously, it's down almost 2 full points in 4 minutes. Now it is down 2 full points. It just dropped $2,000 a contract in the last 4 minutes. ES is coming back down. I didn't see anything on the calendar that said anything was going to hit that was causing these moves. Pull back here on NQ as well by 13 points. Gold giving a buy signal. Kind of hesitant to jump into anything right now because I don't know what's causing this. Copper bottom fell out of as well. The treasury bonds are going up, broke through that first support. This is like the open, but half an hour early. Yep. S&P's going your way, John, and hope you stayed in that trade. Crude's bouncing. Big bounce here. 50 ticks. Kind of like staying out right now. I don't know what's causes this big swing here in momentum. This NQ trade would have given me 30 points, so that kind of the bummer. Yeah, it can get scary. It takes a lot of guts not to try and cut it. Wild ride here, and I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm gonna have to jump on Twitter here and see if there's any sort of weird breaking news. I mean, it wasn't like totally wild, but just that crude drop was amazing. That usually means news. So I'm gonna look for news quick here to see if something. Oh, crude oil plunges 4.8% as Russia said to propose OPEC plus output hike. So that explains crude. I'm not sure that would have affected anything else though. I know the other day they admitted inflation wasn't transitory, that it's here to stay. And that's what's caused the markets to come down the last couple of days. Now, not sure if Yellen's talking again. But I'm really getting frustrated with myself not taking these signals on NASDAQ. This would have worked. Let's see. This is down now 20 points. You got a buy signal on copper. It's rebounding. I just don't know. Copper has not been a great performer this morning at all. Although this would have ended up working, obviously, from that big fall. But we have a downtrending SMA line. So I'll hesitate on that. Obviously, these all would have been great trades to take. Interesting, the Nasdaq. Let's trying to bounce a little bit. ES continuing to go down. ES dropped a total of 7 points now off that short signal. That buy signal almost faked me out. I almost took that buy signal. I'm glad I didn't. Russell has been going down now for a while. Crude's kind of stabilized, came back up. It hit a low of 62.43, shot back up. Wow, shot back up over a point. So $2,000 down, $1,000 up in 10 minutes. That's wild. Natural gas is going up. John, did you say you're not trading tomorrow? We have non-farm payroll report tomorrow, so that always sends the market wild. So we had the UltraBond back at its high of the day. Gold came down. It's about mid-range. Copper's back about mid-range. Nasdaq bouncing off its low. ES made a new low of the day before bouncing. We're about 20 minutes from the opening bell. Russell, fun. Natural gas continues to head up. So Crude's regained a big part of that drop. This big drop started at 65.23. It's back up to 64. Went all the way down to 62.43. Oh, wow. That drop was bigger than I thought. That drop was 3 points. Over 3 points. So it dropped down over $3,000 in 5 minutes. And now is just absolutely going crazy back up. And I'm sitting here watching it doing nothing about it. Eh. When you see a big drop like that, you don't expect that rebound that quick. That this rebound now is from 62.43 up to 60. So over $3,000 down, over $2,000 back up, all in the span of 12 minutes. And as you can see, I had good signals to catch good parts of this move or all of this move from the super trend. Here, this signal at 63.79 could have got me almost 100 ticks. Obviously, this signal here, I would have already got my 30 ticks. I probably would have been out of that trade, and of course, it didn't go far enough to send me a opposite signal to get another one here. But if I had been in for a bigger trade from here, You know, could have got over 300 ticks. I didn't realize Crude's been going down almost all night, actually. So there's gonna be, as I get more experience, there's gonna be ways that I catch these bigger moves. I'm very confident in that. Okay, breakfast is done. We got 15 minutes till the bell. Crude's just making absolutely huge 1 minute candles. I mean, it came up these green candles, and now each of these candles are over 20 ticks. 22, 25, 28. Ooh, keep hitting the mic with my hand. I apologize for that. That hurts your ears, guys. Nasdaq came down trying to curl up with the SMA line. Gold, excuse me. This signal on gold, I was hesitant on. Normally this time of day I'm looking for 3.5 points, and it wouldn't have got there, it looks like. Would have gotten to 23. So let's just continue to follow it though. ES with a buy signal, trying to come back up. Oh, it's Nasdaq. Well, Nasdaq with a buy signal as well. ES, they're all trying to curl back up now. 10-point candle here. I don't usually take trades this close to the bell. We're already seeing some wild volatility here, so I'm not really jumping on anything. I don't want to. I'm already up $267 on the day, and I don't want to do anything that's gonna be too. It's gonna be stupid to lose that. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna take any trades. It just means I'm gonna be a little bit more picky, maybe. And we can see that buy signal immediately rejected here. 16-point move down. See curl gold continuing to climb. Gold continuing to go up. Looks like it might try and hit that three and a half profit target. We're 10 minutes from silver bells. Everything's kind of quiet now in the western front. Copper. So off the signal, obviously we've been good. It's heading up. UltraBond got above both those resistance points I pointed out earlier, though it's hanging right at that top one. Uh, Actually, the UltraBond did make a new daily high at 202.11. See, we're kind of sideways and calm here. Everything besides copper continues to push up. And the bonds, actually, bonds are continuing to push up. Send me a buy signal here. Don't like it that it's in near the top here, but let's see if it actually curls up. Everything just kind of relaxing here. This bond, this bound signal, we've gone 5 ticks so far, so probably a mistake on my part for not taking that. See, now copper, well, I'm looking at the Renkos here, obviously. This would have been kind of ugly overnight on copper. And this is at just moving 4 ticks each square. Might have been better with a larger. But it would call this nicely. And you can see why I stopped using the 5-minute chart. See, we're just now getting this signal in the 5-minute chart versus the 1-minute, which actually sent it way back here. The 5 minutes to the bell. Gold never did reach that 35 tick, but it did reach 29. Which been enough that it would have triggered my trailing. We see we have a short signal here. Did break back below the SMA line. And it looks like it wants to head down, but at this point we're waiting for the bell. What do you think, guys? Up or down at the bell? ES giving us a flirting with giving us a buy signal here right before the bell. Be interesting. ES is like right in the middle of its daily range. Oh no, it's toward the bottom of its daily range. Sorry, yeah, that makes more sense. 40 points below its high of the day. Uh, do you mean the Dow, John? YM instead of NQ? Pull back here on gold. Just a few ticks. NASDAQ giving us a short signal just a minute and a half before the bell. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant, John. be a pretty wild day if the NQ had gotten up to 34,000. NQ giving us a short signal 1 minute before the bell. That's going to be interesting. Yes, it would. Unemployment would go down massively as everyone's retiring. There's the there's the bell. So, ooh, big wick down. Yeah, that was my luck. I wouldn't have taken the signal. So we have a big. We went down by. Wow, we went down by 35 points, and then immediately shot back up here on the Nasdaq. Copper's going up. Copper usually doesn't react like this to the open, but it's up 13 ticks. Gold's down 9. Now we're green, so that was a huge bounce up here on NQ from 88 all the way up to we're at 46 before pulling back. 60 points there. ES doing the almost the same move, up 8.5 points in that first minute. Crude natural gas not really responding. Russell bounced off and the EMA line and back down. Gold continues to head downward. Got some indecision on the indices. NQ gave all that whole gain back on that uh, first candle. But bouncing back up. Wild indecision so far. It's just to see which direction it decides. Great job, John. Excellent. Copper's continuing to head up. See this big 5 minute candle on copper's 22 ticks. It's trying to get up back up to its high of the day. Gold about still in the middle of the range. The UltraBond's still hanging right around its high. I forgot to change Crude's low of the day earlier. Nice, very nice, John. Up big. So another big green candle here on the NQ. Up. That was a 30-point candle up into the bands, pulling back now for a 8, yeah, 7, 8. Copper continuing to head up. Copper usually doesn't respond like this to the open, so it's interesting. Gold continuing to head downward. So first look here is we're looking bullish. The signal that gold gave me 5 minutes before the open would have been excellent. Would have gone so far gone 3 points. And just as I say, looking bullish, we see a big pullback here, so maybe not bullish. Maybe it just hasn't decided yet. Has not taken its meds, still bipolar. S&P doing the same moves that the NQ is doing. Russell's not really. I mean, it did the huge moves on 2 minutes and then hasn't really since. Crude pulling back, still sending us pretty big candles on the 1 minute. So we hit this high of the move here at 873. And now we're back down to 820. Oh, it's almost a 50-point drop over the last 2 minutes. Pretty wild. It went down to 788 and went up to 870, 873. So from this move down, it went up 90 points in 4 minutes. And now pulling back 50 points. Now coming back up. I wonder if there's algorithms out there that can actually move this fast to catch those downs and ups like that. Big, strong move upwards. Huge move upwards here with 50 points, 60 points in the last 30, 40 seconds, really. Wow. Strong, strong move. 67 points on this 5 minute candle. And that 5 minute candle opened only 90 seconds ago. S&P doing the same exact move. $78 points on this candle on the 5 minute. Crazy, crazy, craziness right now. So well above the third band here. So we expected this pullback. It pulled back 15 points off the top. Broke these resistance areas I did from earlier. Still going now though, trying to still move up. Yeah, that's what makes it so hard, John. Just figuring out, what point you're wrong when it's going down like this. Bonds dumping, gold's dumping. Gold's down 50 ticks on this 1 minute candle. Bonds have been over the last 2 minutes. Have dropped 12 ticks. Market's absolutely going wild. There's opportunities here, but I'm just sticking out and staying out because I'm not sure where I want to jump in. So far, my gold signal would have been good. Technically, I mean, the NASDAQ was on a buy signal from back here at 15 minutes after the hour. I would have got an 8 at 8:43, and it would have dumped down and would have knocked me out before going my way. So that would have sucked. Let's see. Copper obviously would be a good signal from way back here. Just sent me a short signal that didn't work. Bonds right now not working. Copper would be another buy signal. Is it going to continue to head up? I think it's right near its high of the day. It is. Big 30 tick candle here on copper. High of the day was 420, 428.20. That's exactly where we're at right now. So it's hitting its high. I feel like a play-by-play. It just burst through that high. Wow. NASDAQ continuing to go up. It's at the next resistance level that I drew out. It's gone up 100 points in 5 minutes. Definitely seems to be something driving this. I don't know what exactly. Energies. Crude's now kind of sideways in a pretty, I mean, a decent sized range. Natural gas continuing to head up. Have a great weekend, John. Great job today. And have a safe trip. I'll see you Monday. Copper continuing to make new highs for the day. Looking like I should have got in on this, but I'm just hesitant right now. I'm also hesitant to give anything back. I got my gold's trying to come up with a buy signal here. Big move up. Nasdaq might have found a top. 2 red candles here in a row. Don't think it came up to its daily high. Let me look. No, but it's not far. Well, it's about 70 points away. Crazy 108 point candle there from 835 to 840, or 9835 to 940. See the 30 point candle there on the S&P. That's just crazy. It's 5 minutes, $1,500 on the S&P, or over 2,000 on the Nasdaq. Russell. Russell's similar. Russell was 18 points. It's $900. The Dow, 196 points. 200, about $1,000. Still going now. Let's see. Is the Nasdaq start heading? Yeah, Nasdaq's heading back up. High of this move is 954. It's sitting at 952. So your next resistance is at 970. And then onwards to the high of the day. So just so we get a signal on the treasuries, on the UltraBond. It's yeah, not as great as I thought. Down. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's better. Okay, down about 5 ticks. Copper, would this have worked out for us? 28.55 hit a high of 35. It would not have gone to full profit target, but it would have got close. Actually, it would have. Right there would have went to our profit target before pulling back. If I can get rid of these support and resistance lines. Boom. Boom. Russell's continuing to try and push up here. S&P's pulling back a little bit while the Russell's continuing trying to go. Gold made a new low of the day. And of course, copper made a new high. UltraBond, big move down here. Really like the look of it on the Renkos. Pop, 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 pop. That was a weird sound. I apologize. What did Tesla do? Tesla at the open went up and pulling back. Not a huge move either way. See, gold tried to give us this buy signal, and that failed. Nasdaq's still trying to push up. Hey, Walt, are you still here? Did you catch any of that while it move up or down or any of it? Gold heading back down. Uh, Walt's probably over watching trades by Matt. Ah, didn't think you were still here. Yeah, market's a little crazy, so scalps is probably the best idea. And Nasdaq again pushing up. These are big candles, very big candles. They look small in this chart. Uh, there, that makes them look bigger. Each one of these 1 minute candles, 27 points, 25 points, down 25 points, down 19 points, up 25 points, up 16 points. So you're talking anywhere between, uh, yeah, $500 a candle basically every minute, up or down right now. But moving on up, I believe we just hit a new high of the day on the Nasdaq. We did. So now, since the low on the wick down right at the open, when it went down to 788, it's gone up over 200 points. So $4,000 a contract. Just hit a high of 16, back above 16,000 before rejecting slightly down. S&P is also the high of the day. Its full daily range is in the last 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And that range is about 52 points. You know, obviously haven't been trading for years. I've only been trading futures less than a year. But I talked to some older traders that have been in the futures game for a long time, and the moves that they see today in one candle, they say it was rare to see in an entire day. I don't know if we're gonna, with retail traders becoming more of a thing now. I'm not sure if this type of volatility is going to become commonplace, or if we're just in special times and things will calm down eventually. But these moves are just, if you talk to some of the guys that were trading for like the past 20 years, they say some days you would only get 2 to 3 points on the ES in a day, and they were actually one that was worth trading. Whereas and now you're seeing 2 to 3 points in a candle during slow times. It's definitely a lot of money to be made if you can trade it right. See, gold's continuing to go down. I should have grabbed. I didn't think it was going to continue to go down, but I should have grabbed this short signal. Look at these last two short signals on gold. Excuse me. This one when it went uh, 10 points. I've been looking for 3.5. And then this one would have given me 3.5. Would have given me 4.5. So both of those would have been great trades. Would not have gone for that buy signal, obviously, with such a strong downtrend. Yeah, and here's the thing, if you're following multiple assets like I do, honestly, you're going to miss more trades than you take. There's no way to grab them all. That's why it's best, especially if you're a newer trader, to just focus on one or two. That's just not how my mind works. So we're approaching the 10 o'clock hour. Things usually start calming down, although we've seen some pretty big moves in the late morning, early afternoon this week. Actually, for the past, couple of weeks. So we'll see how that goes. Plan on yeah, mind freeze. Streaming for at least another half an hour, probably more of an hour. Checking on my Walmart order. Wow. Things are definitely calmer right now. We head on in. Looks like actually, if you're looking at the charts, the S&P and the Russell had a smoother move up than the Nasdaq did. Nasdaq's trying to pull back here a bit. Copper sent us a short signal that obviously failed. This is one of those that pulled back, it's pulling back to its SMA line. The SMA is sideways now, and it could come back down, so we'll watch it. I don't remember why I think this was a resistance point earlier. We'll use this line now. This is where it would have told me to get in. If it passes there, then we might be interested. And it's actually getting close. Kind of, oh, there. Totally just within 10 seconds of saying it. Bounded back up by 7 ticks though. So, watching and waiting for some signals. Things have calmed down somewhat after a very exciting, honestly, it's exciting open and it was exciting before the open. Copper, see here was a beautiful move on the Rankos as well. Did send me an opposite signal here, but that, eh. S&P sitting right at its high. Gold, gold. Ooh, big move up here on, oops, crude. 42 ticks on crude all of a sudden. Kind of amazing, what crude's done here. You can see here on the big chart. It came down hard, and this is where that news about OPEC came out, and it's come almost all the way back. Now, obviously, it sent this short signal way back here on the 5-minute chart. It's about 20 after 6 Eastern. And from there, I mean, it fell 400 ticks, 4 points, 4,000 bucks. But it's regained over half that. You can see how beautiful that kind of looks on the Renkos. Each one of these boxes indicates a 10 ticks. That really looks beautiful. Following those sell signals down would have been awesome. If TradingView lets me, I'm going to try this weekend to do some replay action on the Renkos and test them out that way. Maybe Monday night if it's slow. And we're making new daily highs again on the Nasdaq and the S&P. Monday night, if it's slow, then maybe I might try and trade Rankos either in a sim environment. Yeah, probably in a sim environment, and see how it works. As you can see here, coming up, this is the Renko chart, 1 minute and each box is 5 points. And this, you know, following, right here's the open. No, I'm sorry, right here's the open. It sends this buy signal. Oops. Sends this buy signal, so we could have got right here, uh, uh, 20 points. And obviously this would have went up. Now, you know, if you go to the opposite signal here, gives back a bunch. It reaches a high of 945, and this closes at 930, so it gives back 15 points, so $300 there. Each time it's going to give back about 300, so you got to be careful deciding where you want to get out at. But each of these buy signals works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buy signals that would have worked. If you're going for just 20 ticks each time, that's 120 or $2,400. Now, obviously, the short signals would have worked as well, not as well. This one would have only given you 5. This one would have given you 10. This one would have given you more. But it seems like following what the SMA line is doing is the best bet. Here, the SMA, you're below. This would have worked. And I think this is where we're gonna. Now, here's where it gets a little messy. This would have worked, but this didn't. This barely. You would want to go for 5 or 10 point scalps here on these signals, because this is where Rankos can get kind of ugly when it's choppy. So we're definitely going to test that out. Gold. Gold. Oh, what was that signal? Was that gold? Yeah, it was. Not sure why. Oh, it's trying to come back down. So gold did try and come back up with a, over a 3-point candle here. Almost a 4-point move, but then rejected. UltraBonds. We haven't heard much from UltraBonds here. Let's see. Buy signal. Came down. A lot harder than I thought it was going to, honestly. Ended up falling 22 ticks. This looks like it might be a good buy signal, actually. Let's see if we can get back our profit for the day. Should always go with a positive attitude. We're gonna buy the bid and see if we get in. Okay, we're filled. on the UltraBond. Pull back by a tick. We were right at the Bollinger Band, so this might be a bit of an iffy trade. Right now we're up a tick. 2 ticks. Liking where this is going. Up, back down to break even. We have signals firing in the background here. Let's see what we have. ESUB Russell. Russell, I mean, we're starting to see some shorts here, short signals here on the indices. Struggling here at 2 ticks. Oops, wrong screen. I want a Dom. I can't find it. There's the Dom. UltraBond Dom. Ooh, we're down a tick now. Ooh, we got support at 201.20, but orders lined up big time at 24 and 26. We're in at 23. Now the orders at 24 have quickly gone down. They're back, moving kind of fast here on the Dom. Down 2 ticks now. A lot of orders piling in. Crap. Down 3 ticks. There we go, coming back a little bit. Up 3 ticks again. It's kind of fluctuating here, right around 3 ticks down. Crude, trying to pop up there. At 1 tick from our stop. One tick from our stop loss. So there we go. I like that. A wall of orders right 1 tick above our entry point. A lot of orders sitting on the ask. But we're back to break even. And now one tick up. Two ticks up. Wow. I thought for sure we were going to get stopped out. That's why you don't panic. Just let the trade ride. Pulling back again. They're struggling here. Up, pull back. Yep, back to break even. Okay, I just put a sell order in on the ask at 24. I don't like the way it's just kind of messing around right here. So if we get one tick out of this, I'll be happy. Of course, we'll probably then go to my profit target, but you know what? I'll be happy with one tick. We're down a tick now. Let's see if it comes back. Down two ticks now. I might have waited too long. There we go. So it burst up there. We got two ticks out of that, but we got one tick. At least I believe that's what we got. Let's look. Execution, yeah, we got one tick out of that. It took 11 minutes. Got one tick. 11, so it wasn't the best hourly rate, but we're now up. And of course, now it's going. So, yeah, I should have been patient maybe. But I'm up almost $300 now in the day. 298.25. And that was more about me preserving that. It, uh, let's see. Yeah, it's back. I mean, it's up to 27 now. We got out at 24. So, yeah, maybe I gotta. Yeah. So now I can yell at myself because you know, I got panicky about the pullback here, and again, I didn't look at it. It pulled back right to the SMA line and bounced. Perfect bounce. I was in at 23. It's now up to 29. Six ticks in the profit, which is almost $200. So, and now it would have went to my profit target. So that's a little frustrating. I need to stick with my trading and take the wins with the losses. But still, it was a green trade, so I'll take that. But I am 3 for 3 on trades this morning. Could have been much better. We did see that the Nasdaq really pulled back here. 46. Wow, and it really pulled back. Holy Hannah, pulled back by 80 points. Uh, Copper's moving up. Uh, so you can see here, if I would have just stuck with my trading plan, that would have got me my 7 ticks. See, it came close. Okay, actually, I mean, I got in a tick late, so let's move that up a tick. You can see how close it came to stopping me out with a 1 tick, but it would have given me my 7 ticks. Just a bit frustrated with myself, but still, I can't get my, green's green, and I just saw myself, I had that green day, and I just saw myself giving half of it back, so I got out early. That's okay. Uh, I understand why you're quiet, and it's hard to type and trade at the same time. That's why I'm glad I don't really have to type. I can just talk. Someone was in here the other day saying I should set up some type of room where other people could talk, and I have no idea how I would do that. I'm not sure. Maybe that's a Discord thing. I don't know. I can't. I don't think that's possible on YouTube. But and I'm not sure there'd be a lot of people even interested in hearing a whole bunch of voices talking. Gold set another new daily low. Look at that beautiful Renko all the way down here on this Nasdaq. And QES both giving us a signal. Russell's as well. Moving up. Nasdaq sending us a long signal, and it's already up 12 points, so been a decent long 15 points. Downtrending bands, and then normally this time of day I'm still looking for 30, so, but, obviously it would have gave me 15. Pulled back by 5 right at the start. Still moving fast. That last 1 minute candle was 40 points. That's just amazing, how fast the NQ moves. You can see now that candle's red. So if you went for a 10-point scalp, you could have got that. UltraBond finally did do that pullback. It was teasing it. Then that's why I ended up getting out. Because you see here, this is where I got in, and it pulled back to within one tick of stopping me out. Went back up, came back, and came within one tick of stopping me out. And that's where I finally decided to get out for a one tick winner. And then of course it went by 7 ticks, and it's now again pulled back. And it's actually giving me a short signal there. Now we have had an uptrend here for the past 20 minutes or so, so a little bit hesitant on that quick short. Last short obviously was a big one, but before that, almost all the signals were failing. As we come up on 10:30 on the East Coast, we will trade here for another, let's say, 15 minutes, and we'll call it a day. Looks like today, unless I do something really, really stupid, will be my 4th straight green day. And let's see here, get out the good old calculator. 220 plus 298 plus 178 plus 108. Up $804 this week on the Gauntlet account. Shame that's not real money, but we're working toward real money. You can see here on the UltraBond, this short signal, this down candle, three straight down candles, basically have bent the Bollinger Bands at almost a 90-degree angle, which is unusual. Uh, so we'll see if the signal would have been good. So far, it's one tick. Crude oil. Another big move up here on crude. 36 ticks. So, that's crude's another thing making big moves today. Up 42 ticks here, up 28 ticks here, down 26, down 42. These are all big candles. And all they are is a candle in the wind. This S&P signal here have been good for 3 points so far. This Russell signal would have been good for 6 points. So all this stuff will be working. Gold's kind of sideways. Tesla's actually made a huge move down. Tesla's dropped about $30. Crude moved up 15 ticks on that candle following that buy signal. Natural gas with a weird candle there. Doji that went through both sides of the bands. There you can see, it's probably small, so I don't know how well you can see it. But my performance this week so far, total net profit $816.75. That doesn't include commissions. Total number of trades 19, winning trades 12, losing 6, 1 break even. So that's a 63% win rate. Average winning trade 95.02, average losing trade 53.92. So 1.76 to 1 risk to reward. 6 consecutive winners, 3 consecutive losers. Largest winning trade was $255. Largest losing was $130. Average time of the trade was 4 minutes, 4.16 minutes. Um, and if I would continue this performance for a full month, that'll be almost $5,000 in profit for a month. Be enough to pass the gauntlet. So pretty good week so far. Be nice if we can get an all green week. by going green tonight and tomorrow. As Kermit said, it's not easy being green. Well, a whole bunch of signals while I was there looking at my P&L. NQ, ES, Russell, and the UltraBond all at once. Short again. So you can see Nasdaq's not getting any upward momentum. Pulling back 5 points, 8 points on this candle. Copper pulling back. Treasury pulling back up. ES, bigger pullback than the Nasdaq. Russell also pulling back. But no reason not to get in this trade except for I wasn't paying attention. This would have already given us 15 points, I believe. 841 down, 841 all the way down to 826. Yeah, it would give me 15 points. You see gold's curling up. Sent us this buy signal all the way back here. 1769. And we never would have stopped us out. And now it would have gone to our profit target. So there was a big pullback at the beginning. I mean, actually, it might have stopped us out. I shouldn't say it wouldn't have. Let's see. I'm usually running 2.5. Yeah, that would have stopped us out before going. You can see that here. And then it went. So you see this upward trending band. I would not got in on an upward trending band. Actually, you know what? Hold on a minute. I still wouldn't have gotten in on this trade, but this is actually where the buy signal was, and that would not have stopped us out. So I was wrong. It happens every now and then, you know? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It would have stopped us out. Now I've confused everybody. 69 down to, yeah. So yeah, we would have got stopped out. Either way. So again, I would not have gotten in this trade because of the downtrending Bollinger Band. Waited for this pullback and then got in would be the right way to do it. And even here would have been a good, good entry as well. That's gone up over 2 points. So anytime you see a dip below the SMA line and then go back up, that's a good entries usually. If you look here when this come down, when it dipped up above, boom, boom, boom. When it comes back down, get in. Now here, strong move above, in the upward trending bands, it failed. But you win the short. You win the one to get. You wanted to get in as once it got below these prior lows. So gold's definitely moving up here. Moving on up. So fresh moves down now. S&P's back down to the middle of its range, whereas the Nasdaq has completely come all the way back down to its low of the day. Or just about. Low of the day was about 795. It's come down to, it came down, hit 795 and bounced. I haven't checked on agriculture this morning. Up and down on Aggie. been a pretty eventful morning. I should have taken more trades than I did, but can't be upset with the results. Natural gas really pushing up. Wow, that chart looks ugly with all those support resistance areas. I think we can get rid of some of these. This here is the big one. You can see here, I can get this line there. Right this area, it came down, tried to push back up, and it bounced four out of 5 minute on these 1 minute candles 4 out of 5 times on this area right around 925 before flushing back down by over 100 points. Copper with a short signal here. I want to see it break that support resistance area. You can see that it's come down multiple times in the last, say, hour. Hit it here, came down here, here, all within a few ticks of this. So this 427, 60, 70 area is important. You can actually see here it came up when I was on this uptrend. It came up to the same area and rejected off of it before coming back up through and breaking through. So this is a very important area. Right here. I might need to use that rectangle thing for support and resistance for ranges. I like that. Let's you can see NQ is continuing to move downward. Again, a signal I didn't take that I should have. So you can see, again, I should have taken most of the NQ signals today. They almost all would have worked for at least 15 points. Some much more. I, I, I mean, this one wouldn't work, but I knew that. Hang around for about 5 more minutes. See if there's anything else that looks interesting. The one problem that kind of gets annoying to look at. I almost need one chart just for support and resistance and one chart that's kind of clean. Gold with that signal here I somehow ignored just a couple minutes ago. Down 20 tick cents. That would have been a good one to grab as well. Copper trying to come back up. Nasdaq with a bounce. 41-point candle. Wow. That's just the amazing when you think of how many points these are moving that quickly in 1 minute. But you can see it did a similar candle here and then exhausted. It's right at the SMA line. It's trying to push up. Did give a buy signal, but I'm not taking it. I should have taken it. Already up 15 points. Honestly, this could have just as easily rejected off that SMA line. As of right now, they've been great for 15. And you can see here, you know, following the Renkos again. Could have got in right here at 47. This would have been 20, 40 points. So that candle ended up only being 11 points. It did pull back. But it went 20. So would definitely have 15 out of it. Now pulling back. Let's see if it goes back below the SMA line or if this is just taking a breath. Sucks, I hate it. I hate it. This has been an exciting morning, but fortunately I do gotta get work done. There's not a lot of people here anyway, so Walt, you still trading? You still here? Excuse me. Tesla continuing to go downwards. This has been fun to trade on the micros as well. Look at that. Micros. Yeah, micro. Renkos. There we go. Renko. Okay, folks, I think we're going to wrap up for the day. I'll be back here again tomorrow morning at 7:30 Eastern. Not a bad day at all. Up to $298.25. We took trades on the UltraBond, gold, UltraBond and gold this morning. Last night I took trades on the Russell, MNQ, ES, and crude oil. So definitely some good action to this trading day. $298. Fourth straight green day, as long as I don't take any trades in the afternoon that end up screwing it up. I most usually don't trade it in the afternoon because I'm working my work. So we're gonna call it there. Wish everybody. Oh, hi Walt. How's your trading going before I leave? You still still green? Wow, listening to two streams at once. I think that'll cause me to go crazy. Cool. Green is green no matter how much it is. Every little bit counts. Okay, so I'm gonna call it a day there. Back here tomorrow morning at 7:30 Eastern. Gonna go for a full green week, 5 straight green days. Have a good rest of your Thursday, everyone. I'll see you back tomorrow. Thanks, Walt. Have a great rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.